Hi, I'm Sophie, and welcome to my world. Well, you asked for it, and I'm going to bring it to you. I've gotten so many requests for making back to school book covers out of duct tape. And so I'm going to show you how to make a duct tape book cover that'll work for all of your books. Now, the main thing is, because this is going to take a lot of duct tape, I've decided to use tarp as a base. But if you want to, you can use entirely big sheets of duct tape that you would make ahead of time. However, I'm going to be using a tarp, and I'm going to show you how to do it right now. So for this project, I'm going to want some tarp, and I've got a whole big thing here. I'm going to need some duct tape. I'm going to want my book, whichever book that I'm covering. This is really important. I'm going to need some scissors. And I may not need these, but I've got them just in case. That's a Sharpie pen here and also a ruler. I'm not so sure I may need those this time around, but just in case. All right, I'm going to get rid of this big piece of tarp because I've cheated and cut myself a nice little piece here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my tarp, open it up, and it doesn't matter if you want the blue side or the green side. I mean, if you're going to cover this with duct tape, you can use whatever side facing out. It doesn't really matter. Okay, I'm going to take my book, and this is the most important thing, is I just want to make sure that I make this the size of my book. So first thing I'm going to do is take my book, put it to the edge, and slide it in about 5 inches. This is where you can bring your ruler if you want to. So I've slid that in about 5 inches there. And now what I'm going to do is open up my book. I'm just going to place this inside. Then you want to open up your book, and once again you want another about 5 inches here. This is the most important thing. You want to make sure that when you close your book, you still have about 4 or 5 inches in here, right? So you want to close your book, and you want to just make sure that it's nice and solid, and then you want to open it up and just give this a little measure. And I've got 4.5 inches there, so I'm fine. Okay, so I'm going to open this up. Now what I want to do is I want to use my book length here, or height. I guess that's the height. And what I really want to do is have about 2 inches, about this much, 2 inches from my book. So I'm going to pull this down. That's about 2 inches there. And I'm going to want about 2 inches on the top. So this is where I'm going to use my pen to mark. And 2 inches there. And 2 inches above my book here. And then I'm just going to cut this extra off. Now the one thing I love about tarp fabric is if you can get yourself, you can follow the weave, you can usually get a very straight line. So I'm going to just follow along the weave here. Go straight across, just like that. Okay, now I'm going to take this and I'm going to set myself with a couple little pieces of tape. I just need little snips. Don't need a lot, so I'm going to take it and rip it in half. Put one piece here, another piece here, and another piece here. So I've got some pieces when I need them. Okay, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to fold this over about 2 inches. Now I'm not going to get terribly worried about my top fold, because my top fold is just that, the top fold, and the bottom fold is the one that's really important, because that's where any excess or any limitations can be made up. So there we go. I'm just going to fold that over like that. And there it is. And then I'm going to put my book right in the middle here. Now this is important. I'm leaving about, a 1/4 inch. You see that? Leaving about a 1/4 inch there. Now, I'm going to turn this around so you can see it. I'm going to fold this up, and I want to leave again another 1/4 inch. So I'm going to use my pen here. Just mark it right about there. See, I'm going to still have a 1/4 inch. So then I can just fold this up as much as I need. put my little piece of tape here, a little piece of tape here, my little piece of tape here. Now, some people are going to say, I don't know where to get tarp, and I don't want to use tarp, and can I just do this whole thing with duct tape? And the thing is, yes, you can do the whole thing with duct tape, but to do that, you're going to have to create a duct tape sheet that is the size that you need for your book. So what you're going to have to do is make a pattern, and to make the pattern, you would have to use paper. And just make your pattern so that you would know exactly how big you need your duct tape sheet. Okay, so I'm checking just to make sure. I've got a 1/4 inch down here. I got a 1/4 inch at the top. I know that I'm good. I can check the sides to make sure that I've got a 1/4 inch on either side there, 1/4 inch there, 1/4 inch there. I'm golden, so what I'm going to do is secure this all down now. And I'm actually going to rip this in half because I don't need to use a big strip here. But I'm going to secure this whole piece all the way across. And I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom. Secure the whole piece. Now I missed a little bit on the ends here. And I do want to make sure that these are secured. So I'm going to secure that. Secure that. And I'm going to do the same thing again on the other side. Secure this side. And secure, whoop, up. Don't need all of it. Just want to secure that last little bit. Okay, now what I'm going to do is take my book, place it in the center. I'm going to open it up. And I'm going to close it here. Close my book, close it here, open it up, and close my book. I want to make sure that this is all correct and that it's nice and tight. Once I've done this, I can take little pieces of tape, and I just need little pieces, open the book up, secure this end to this end, do the same on the bottom, this end to this end, close it, open the back, and I want to make sure, what I do want to make sure is that I leave enough at this binder so that it can open and shut. So what you can do is just find the end and leaving the book like this so it's closed there, so we don't lose that open-shut ability. There we go. I tape that end. I'm going to do the same thing over here. And there we go. Okay, so that makes my basic book cover. Now, to take it on and take it off, all I have to do is slip it in like this and slip it off like that. Now, I get to go to town decorating like nobody's business. What's kind of fun here is that I can do basically anything that I want. I can do stripes, I can do patterns. I can even, if I want to, let this show through. That's what I love about this tarp. Oop. Watch this. I'm going to go sideways. So then I turn it over, and all I'm going to do is secure it on the back by folding this over. And folding this over. And then I can fold these sides in. Now this isn't going to stick because it's got a little bit stuck to itself there, so I'm just going to trim that off. Fold it in, fold it in, Oops, I'm going to do that. I want to make sure it's nice and crisp there. Fold it in. Take this little extra away in the corner. Fold it over. Do the same on the other side. Snip it. The great thing here is that with using the tarp, you use less tape, but you can still get the same really cool effect of a duct tape covered book. You just don't have to use all that tape. Okay, I'm going to come across again, snip, snip, snip that extra. Now I'm going to come back and seal this back end. Now I want my book cover to look nice and neat, so I'm going to seal the whole back end here. The great thing too is that you can do this for any book of any size. Now I'm just going to do one side here because we've got limited time. But you see I would fold this over here, fold this over here, and I can just, if I want to, just trim off this extra. And trim off this extra. Or I could fold it over if I wanted to. I mean, it's really up to you how you want to do this, but I'm just going to get rid of that little extra. And there you have it, your book cover. And I'll show you how we put it on. You slide one side in. Oh, you know what? I'm glad that we're doing this. When I folded that over, I got a little bit of the tape and it's sticking here. So I need to just give that a little snip there. And on the bottom, a little snip there. Just to make sure that I can slip my book in. That's important. So if you do fold over that top, make sure that you do that little snip. Okay, now I'm going to fold it in like this. Slide it in one side. Then you kind of open your book backwards, kind of invert it. Slide this side in like that. Close it. And there you've got your covered book. And there you have it, a duct tape and tarp book cover. Now, one of the great things that you can do is you can decorate this any way you want, and you can do any size you want, from Mongo science book, it's a little. The other thing I wanted to let you know is that we're going to be decorating with stickers next week and embellishing everything and anything with duct tape stickers. So make sure that you stay tuned next week because this is great for duct tape stickers. For more sticky ideas that are great for back to school, come and check us out at sophie-world.com.